And he jumps into the International League for the first time, and his coaching staff includes Larry Anderson and Bill Robinson, who played on that Pittsburgh Pirates World Championship team. But, Joe, you had an interesting story about Larry Anderson.
Yeah,
he could have been a broadcaster.
When Larry Dierker got the job of managing the Houston Ball Club, Larry Dierker was the color man on television doing the games for the Houston Astros, and he had the job sewn up. They wanted him to be the color man for the Houston Astros. He turned it down to stay in uniform as a pitching coach for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre team. Now that's dedication.
That's dedication. What was, for those fans who might not know, and they might have read or saw that Dierker became the Houston manager, and they think, well, here's this guy that came out of the broadcast booth. What was his baseball background prior to going into broadcasting?
Well, he had pitched. I don't know if he ever coached or managed, but he had pitched for the Houston Ball Club. Very well-liked and well-respected man in the Houston area, and I don't know if he, I don't think he wanted the job. I think maybe the owner saw a good-looking guy with a lot of baseball savvy that might be able to do the ball club as well as the area some justice, asked him, and I guess he accepted.
All these managers at the AA and AAA level that are trying to work their way up, and they say, well, let's go up in the broadcast booth and see what we've got. That's not the first time that's happened either, right? The Padres, who was the broadcaster that came out of the Padres broadcast booth?
Joe. I know who you're talking about.
Right now.
Yeah, Jerry Coleman. That's correct. But he went back to broadcasting in a hurry.
Good thing.
No, well, he might have lasted a couple of years.
But Dierker's doing a good job. I mean, he had the Atlanta Braves scratching their head there for the first series of the year.
It's not a bad ball club to manage. In Houston, you played a lot of low-scoring games. If you were to watch the scores played in the Astrodome in Houston, you'll see 3-2 ball games, 2-1, 4-3, and 4-3 is a big ball game there. And I used to scratch my head, and I had some big hitters when I managed the Giants, especially, and we just couldn't score any runs there. It was just it was one of those ballparks where the ball didn't carry, almost to the point where you thought someone was blowing the fans against you. They were turning on fans, holding the ball from going out of the ballpark. But it's a very difficult ballpark to hit a home runs in. And Larry Dierker, on his behalf, Rich, he's a guy that came down to the clubhouse every day, got there early. So I guess he's a dedicated baseball man, and they're taking advantage of him right now, hoping that they can help that ball club get into the playoffs and maybe a World Series in Houston.
Just to update the situation for you, for those of you who may be popping back and forth into baseball, and the Amherst are playing tonight, and they're on television as well. We've had some problems with the pitcher's mound here. They believe that they've got them worked out. We've played a half inning. The Scranton Red Barons went 3 up, 3 down against Brian Sakinski in the top half of the first inning. And now we're in the bottom of the first. We have one away. Scott Bullock grounded to first base. And one down, and Kelly Gruber is going to be the batter, and we're back to baseball here finally after a good 15 or 20-minute delay.
Now you can't go to the refrigerator if you're listening out there.
Right.
I think somebody gained about 5 pounds during this delay.
Kelly Gruber batting from the right side, coming in with a .242 average, has a home run and 5 RBIs, and the comeback story in baseball this year. He's been out for 3 years after the surgery for the herniated disc. And that one's fouled off right side.
I was talking to Kelly before the ball game. He seems to be happy to be here, happy to be back into baseball. And I think a guy like him and Tony Tarasco, I do believe they're going to settle this young ball club of ours.
The 0-1 is outside, 1-1. Gruber from Bel Air, Texas. Went 1 for 5 yesterday in Toledo.
Oh, that was a nice changeup. And as a matter of fact, Larry Anderson said that this young man has a major league changeup. I can't believe that that's his best pitch, but he does have a strong changeup.
The 1-2.
Oh, he
swung out a hit.
Nice low fastball.
Shallow right field. And under it there, Rob Butler for the out. And 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. And that'll bring up Tony Tarasco. In his first game this season with the Rochester Red Wings, who was sent down by the Baltimore Orioles, and none too happy about it, Joe, and he let them know it.
No, you know, it's true. But I think Davey Johnson, the manager of the Orioles, probably told him, go down there, get some at-bats. If things don't work out, you know, you'll be right back, because left-handed bats off the bench, and this guy can play the outfield a little bit too, are very, very important to a ball club.
First pitch to Tarasco is in there for a strike.
You know, a lot of times a ball player doesn't realize that a major league manager watches AAA ball clubs as well, and they don't realize there's going to be injuries and disabled lists. But I think once he's here for a little while, I mean, right now he's probably forgotten about it, and he's back to business.
Started the year with the Red Wings last year, and of course went up, stole 9 bases, all inside. 0-3, 0 for 3, I should say, in the one game he played for Baltimore during the regular season. And the 2-1 to Tarasco. Swung on and hit left field.
Long way.
And that's going.
No.
And it's going to stay in the ballpark as it's caught by Tony Barron for the final out. So for the Red Wings in the bottom of the first inning, no runs, no hits, and no errors. We've played one at Frontier Field. We have a scoreless ball game, and we'll be back.
Hey folks, Joe Altobelli here. Did you know the biggest ingredient in most soaps and cleansers is water softener? That's because without it, they won't work in our hard water. Now let's say you took the cost of those soaps and got an Anderson water system instead. Boom! It's a wash. Costs about the same, plus you get cleaner water for cooking, drinking, everything. Just call Anderson Water System at 385-6610.
Tap into better water, tap into Anderson.
In the olden days, there were the pyramids, then the Great Wall. Today, malls. Now, Christo Ford gives us the 8th wonder of the world with Christo Ford's big, big, big showroom. Christo has made it easy to shop for a new vehicle with over 50 new cars and trucks to choose from. It's the biggest showroom in upstate New York. Lease a Contour or an Escort for only $98. Your choice. Maps provided, and please, no camping. Christo Ford's big, big, big showroom. The Barrows would be proud.
It's not just dental care, but dental caring. At Q Dental Group.
At Q Dental Group, we not only care about your teeth, we care about your family's budget. That's why we participate with all dental insurance plans. Many we accept as payment in full, while others have uniquely lower co-payments. Our group efficiency allows us to give you quality dental care at affordable prices.
It's not just dental care, but dental caring. At Q Dental Group.
At 11, merchants at Browns Race benefit from Frontier Field.
Welcome back to Frontier Field. Rick Hager just out in right field, where the national pastime has become the national splash time, as one of the new items here at Frontier Field is a hot tub, and these fans are sitting here with a good view. I guess a decent view. Jim McIntyre won a contest from WHAM and got tickets in the hot tub set up here. How's it going?
It's great. I guess there's a ball game going on.
You're more interested in the tub than the game?
Oh yeah. It's a warmer seat than the stands. You know, it's what, 35 degrees out here or something.
Yeah. What's the temperature in there?
Oh, 98 or so. You know, really comfortable.
Just a relaxing day at the game.
Well, yeah, that's about right.
Okay, I guess it costs $125 for 8 people to use the hot tub. You can call the Wings office for details. And let's go back to baseball and Rich and Joe.
Just what I need.
Thanks, Rick. What a night to be sitting in a hot tub. Not bad, I guess. Well, the batter is going to be Tony Barron. Barron, Zuber, and Estella will kick things off here for Scranton in the top of the second inning, and swung on hit to the shortstop, Ledesma, up with it nicely to first, and one away. And the top of the second inning is brought to you by your local Chrysler Plymouth dealers. Scoreless ball game, and one away here in the top of the second. And John Zuber is the hitter. Zuber coming in batting .471, 4 RBIs on the year out of Encino, California. First pitch, Sikinski took something off that one. It's a ball high. And the 1-0. Outside ball, 2. John Zuber has hit in 3 straight games and 5 of 6 so far in the season.
He has a wide open stance and charges the ball. This guy's probably got a little pop, although I see the infield and outfield is pretty much playing him straight away.
Hit 4 home runs last year, 59 runs batted in. Now the 2-1. Grounded to first.
Hey.
Up with it over there, Tommy Davis.
Did a nice job.
And 2 down. And the batter will be the catcher, Bobby Estalella.
Oh, that's a major league name if I ever heard one. Bobby Estalella.
Out of Hialeah, Florida.
All right.
You didn't spend any time in Hialeah, did you, when you were down there with the Orioles?
No, but there used to be a player that I played against named Estalella. I always thought that was a great name.
Coming in 370, has a home run, 5 runs batted in.
See, I knew he could hit.
Well, he can hit it out, too. 23 home runs for Reading last year. Swung and a miss.
Wow. It's a pretty good sized ballpark there in Reading, too. Sure.
Also hit 3 with Scranton when he was called up last season. Bobby Estalella.
Looks like a wiry guy. Usually you don't picture catchers that thin. You know, they're usually big guys.
1-1 just outside. 2-1 count. We've gone 3 up, 3 down through the first inning. Swung and a miss, strike 2.
Yep. The game started almost an hour ago. We're in the top of the second. Nobody's reached base yet.
Tough ballpark.
Very tough.
Line, left field foul.
So far, the only action has been the mound.
That's right.
Although the pitchers aren't throwing the ball too badly, both pitchers.
Tough night to pitch, Joe. Weather like this.
Not a tough night to play. You know, because actually you're moving around. Yeah, that ball kind of was a little low. What they wanted is that they thought he might have swung the bat, so they're asking.
Full count to Estalella. Swung out and hit to left field, but is it going to be fair or foul? It's foul ball.
He gets that barrel out there. That's where all the action is, I'll tell you. He pulled a ball over the dugout a pitch or two before that. So a lot of times in baseball you think a guy is big and strong, but if you can be a little guy, as long as you get that barrel movement out in front of you, you can drive the ball. And that's exactly what he did with that last pitch. It just went foul.
335 down the left field line, 325 to right field here at Frontier Field. A little longer than Silver. 3-2 pitch.
That was a nice
fouled
pitch.
Again. Brian Sakinski looking pretty good tonight.
So far.
Getting his curve ball over.
Good
and
change.
he struck him out.
That's the type of pitch you throw that.
3 up, 3 down again for Brian Sakinski. He has 2 strikeouts, and we are scoreless as the Wings come to bat.
Plymouth Voyager is a Consumer's Digest Best Buy. So we're celebrating by giving you air conditioning, 7-passenger seating, and a very nice door prize. So, for no extra charge, you'll get the 4th door on any Plymouth minivan. That's up to $18.45 in package values and savings. Even with all of that, Plymouth Voyager is still this low price. So hurry in and claim your Plymouth Voyager door prize.
When it comes to lawn and garden equipment, it's tough to beat a Cub Cadet by MTD. At John S. Blasey, we know that. And this is the time to get down to John S. Blasey for all your lawn and garden needs. Now you can get the Cub Cadet you want with no payments, no interest till October 97. That's right, you, your Cub, and nothing to pay for 6 months.
When it's worth doing right, it's worth John S. Placey. Now is the best time to save on a great time. Walden Marine.
Hi, I'm Jean Walden of Walden Marine. I'd like to introduce you to Euroline with the inboard, outboard, and the Cyclone jet boat. And we also have a new line of Manitou pontoon boats, so stop by and see us at Walden Marine.
Now's the best time to save on a great time. Walden Marine.
The cleanup hitter will lead it off for the Rochester Red Wings here in the bottom of the second inning. Jose Tolentino, who played in the Mexican League last year. And the bottom of the second inning is brought to you by Design Pool and Spa. We've got an unsinkable reputation. What a opener for Jose Tolentino, by the way, in Columbus. Went 4 for 5 with 2 runs batted in and 2 runs scored on opening day. His first game in the U.S. since 1992 when he played for the Buffalo Bisons. Left-handed hitter.
He has 145 minor league home runs. So I guess he has a little pop.
Well, you know, the question coming in wasn't so much the pitching, Joe, as it was where the power was going to come from. And there are some people on this ball club that can hit the ball out of the ballpark. He's one of them. Clyburn, we saw in spring training, is another guy who can hit it out. B.J. Waskas has some power.
Yeah. You know, power, sometimes you grow into it. I don't, as a minor league player myself, I think the first 3 years I didn't hit many home runs, and the 4th year and the 5th year I started getting a little stronger and knowing what to do with the bat and getting the barrel out in front, and the home runs came.
2-1 count to Tolentino. Fouled off the top of the roof there, what little roof there is here at Frontier Field. Came right back into the crowd, and the count goes to 2-2. Scoreless game tonight, opening night between the Red Barons and Rochester Red Wings, as another freight train moves through here. 2-2. Hit up high in the air, and it's going to get out of play.
All right.
We'll be waiting for that Amtrak coming through about 9:27 too, Joe. That's
that reminds me of the story in Charleston when Luke Easter played at Charleston. There used to be a train a little closer to the fence in right field, and Luke Easter hit one in a coal car, and you could see the white ball in the coal, and they called it a 5,000-mile home run.
Which way was that train headed?
Let's see, I think it was heading west. Might have made the coast.
Count goes to 3-2 for Jose Tolentino. DH tonight, came in batting .300, and he struck him out.
No, he fouled.
They called a foul ball?
It was a foul ball. It went this way. They fouled it off. He looks like he's got a nice swing, this kid. He's certainly taking good hacks in this.
See what happens when you look away for just a moment in baseball.
Ain't that the truth?
Ball's outside, and we have a base runner.
That was a good at bat. Good at bat for Tolentino. And Carlton Lohr looks like he's got himself settled down after throwing a couple balls. Tried to throw a fastball that might sink a little low and away, and he missed the plate and was down.
Brings up the shortstop, Aaron Ledesma. Batting .364, 3 RBIs. Tolentino at first. First pitch is in there for a strike, caught the outside corner.
Marv right now might think about making something happen, especially if Tolentino has any type of speed at all, and if he's got a little confidence that this young man can make contact. You might see a hit and run here, or you might see a steal.
Another one of the new Red Wings this year, Ledesma, who played in Vancouver last year. Another pitch on the corner. and 2 strikes.
Oh, that didn't look like a strike at all.
Mo Hodges working the plate tonight after Brian Gibbons, who is scheduled to be the home plate umpire, got called up. The 0-2. Foul away.
That's our first base runner, too.
That's right.
That's anybody's or everybody's first base runner.
Aaron Ledesma went 2 for 5 with an RBI yesterday in Toledo and drew that bases-loaded walk in the 12th inning, which brought in the game-winning run.
No, it looks
Right
like
up
a
the
double
middle.
play ball.
Could be 2.
Yeah.
And over the first. And the double play.
6-3.
Desi Rutherford did it himself at shortstop. And 2 down for the Red Wings. Tommy Davis is the batter now, the first baseman, batting .231, 1 home run, 4 runs batted in on the year. And let's see if Tommy can get something going here. Got that home run early in the year. Played Bowie last year, hit 14 out. Bats from the right side on the first pitch. Grounded to first.
Another great play.
And a nice play by the first baseman.
Very nice.
Mike Robertson over to Lauer. And that's it for the Red Wings here in the 2nd inning. No runs, no hits, 1 walk, and still a scoreless ball game between the Wings and the Red Barons on opening night. And we'll be back on 10 NBC.